The third candidate, the second candidate in the Democratic primary, running with Ed Mills, is Carolyn Dykema. She lives in Holliston with her husband Bill and 3 children. She was raised in Massachusetts, the oldest child, which means she did an awful lot of the work at home. Her younger brother John, Jack, his wife, young son is stationed in Idaho's Mountain Home Air Force Base. As a child, Carolyn and her family went camping regularly and spent time every summer on a lake in rural Maine where her father spent time as a child. She has deep roots in this area. She's been employed at Norfolk Graham Group, LLC, an environmental engineering consulting firm. She got her bachelor's degree at Wellesley College and her MBA at Indiana University. Her public service has been on the Massachusetts Energy Facilities Siting Board, the Holliston Planning Board as chair, and the Metro West Growth Management Committee Executive Board and the Metropolitan Area Planning Council. Please give a warm welcome to Carolyn Dykema.
Good evening, everyone. I also want to say a thank you to Bob Cassidy and the Holliston Democratic Town Committee for hosting this great event, great opportunity for everyone to share their thoughts. My name is Carolyn Dykema. I'm running for state representative here in the 8th Middlesex District. And the reason I'm running is because this community is very important to me. This area is very important to me. And I want to be sure that the voices of the people in this community are heard clearly at the State House, their priorities are respected at the State House, and that we're working together on the issues that are going to make the most difference in the residents of our community's lives day to day. I thought I'd open with a little story that I had heard on the campaign trail. I was going door to door and I met with a woman who told me quite frankly that she had no interest in politicians and really did not care at all about politics. But then she went on to tell me what she did care about, and what she really cared about and what she cared deeply about was the elderly couple across the street. And she knew they were having a tough time, and she was very concerned about how they were going to heat their home for the winter. Now that, to me, is what politics is about. That's what politics needs to be about. It needs to be about our neighbor across the street who's having a hard time heating their homes. It needs to be about my neighbor and your neighbor who's having a hard time right now, and I know, unfortunately, that we all know somebody who fits that description. I believe that our state representative is an important part in the effort, along with our towns and local officials, excuse me, to get some things done, again, that will really make a difference in people's lives day to day. I have a little stump speech, but actually, hearing the other candidates, I felt the need to say a few things. The Republican candidate talked about responsibility in government, accountability in government, and setting priorities, and I couldn't agree more. I think all of those things are needed. But I will say, and I have a business background, I've worked in the public sector and business for a long time, financial services, and most recently in environmental consulting. I will tell you from a business perspective, if you spend all your time watching the dollars and counting your expenses, you will miss out on the opportunities. And the opportunities are what are going to drive our future and what are going to create opportunity that will take us through the next generation and into prosperity and get beyond, frankly, some tough times that we're having right now. So what I would say and what I would propose would be to look at things that are going to make a real difference today and put dollars back into our towns. What can we do? Regionalization. I think it's an idea that's been out there for a long time. It's difficult to implement, I know, but we need to find a way. And we need to do it with the state, working together with our towns to find opportunities and to make sure that there are no barriers to keeping that happening. We also need to, healthcare, big issue. We all know healthcare is a big issue. A lot of the healthcare dollars that are being spent could be used better on things like education, on protecting the environment, and investing in infrastructure, transportation. Senator Spilka talked about the importance of transportation in creating new jobs and economic opportunities here in Metro West and in the state. I think in the Metro West area, we have a tremendous opportunity in what is generally regarded as the most highly skilled workforce in the state, or close to it. That is an asset, that is a strength that we need to make the most of. And we need to work together as legislators to find a way to make sure we have the infrastructure, to make sure we have the permitting processes that we need to attract good business that's going to provide the jobs that we need to feed our families, that are going to provide the future economic prosperity that will serve us well both as a region and as a state. So, like the other candidates, I would like to ask for your vote, both in the Democratic primary on September 16th, and again, hopefully in the general election on November 4th. Thank you very much.